Okay, we are ready. We are still on the record. This is case 22FB-1203. Good morning to you, sir. Can you state your full name for the record, please?
Joshua David Tantanella.
Thank you. You are here today to be arraigned on a new felony charge. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you can't afford an attorney, the court will refer you to the local appointing authority for them to make investigation as to representation. You also have the right to a trial. Do you understand? Oh, I'm sorry. You also, because it's a felony, you have the right to a probable cause conference within 14 days and a preliminary examination within 21 days. Do you understand your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Ultimately, you do have a right to a trial. We will proceed then. I'll have the public defender assist you in this matter through Ms. Coons, who I believe you already met with earlier today. So she will assist you, and then you'll be referred to the local appointing authority. I'll send that order to make that referral a little bit later in this proceeding. Looks like when you spoke with Ms. Coons, you gave her your contact information. That includes an address, email, and telephone number. Can you receive phone calls and text messages at that number?
Yes.
And you have access to your email address that you've given us?
Yes.
If there's any change to your contact information, you are required to notify the court, and certainly you'll want to make the public defender aware. You understand?
Yes.
Very good. Then we will proceed with appearance by counsel. Ms. Coons?
This is Bridget Coons from the Public Defender's Office on behalf of Mr. Tantanella. At this time, we would like to waive formal reading of the charges and stand mute.
Thank you. So that means I'm not going to go through the details of the complaint with you because you've had a chance, presumably, to speak with Ms. Coons regarding the details of the charge, single charge. You'll certainly have more time to do so as your case proceeds. She's indicated you'll stand mute, so I'll enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf, and I will schedule you for your next court date. That is going to be a probable cause conference. That will be at the 14A1 District Court in front of Judge Simpson. We're going to get you a notice to appear while you're at the jail, and then you'll receive additional information from the public defender. And Judge Simpson will be able to see you. I'll get you that date, one sec. He'll be able to see you for your probable cause conference July 20th at 9 a.m. or as soon thereafter as your case can be called. Okay?
Thank you.
I didn't hear your answer. You understand?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. So the last thing we'll need to address in this matter is bond, and there are two parts to bond conditions. Those are things the court tells you can and cannot do. If you violate a bond condition, you're subject to immediate arrest. The other side of bond is whether you can be released today on your own or whether you'd have to post a bond in order to be released. Before I make any decisions regarding bond or bond conditions, I will hear from counsel. I do have a written request from law enforcement and the prosecutor. I'll take that information into consideration as well. Ms. Coons?
Yes, we would be asking for a personal bond in this matter. This is a strictly financial crime that occurred inside September of 2021, so almost 2 years ago. At the time, Mr. Tantanella was battling a heroin addiction for over 10 years. He is recently sober for the last 11 months. He did successfully complete an inpatient rehab facility program, which helps with his sobriety. He currently goes to NA 2 times a week and also volunteers there. Today is his wedding at noon. They are ready to push it back if he can be released today, but would like to go forward with that. He is in trade school right now for welding. All of his prior convictions are over 7 years old. He is low income, receives state assistance, so essentially any monetary component he would not be able to afford. So for those reasons, we would be asking for a personal bond in the matter.
Thank you. I'm going to have him do standard supervision. All right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to release you on your own personal recognizance. So it'll be your responsibility to return to court on the date and time set. I'm going to set a backup cash bond of $5,000. So in the event that you fail to come to court or you violate any of the conditions I'm about to give you, that's the minimum bond you would face. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You are not to commit any crimes while your case is pending. You are not allowed to leave the state of Michigan without prior permission of the court. Do you have a honeymoon planned?
We're just going up north.
Okay. You are not to use, purchase, or possess any alcohol, illegal drugs, or marijuana, and you'll be required to have standard supervision with our Community Corrections Department. When are you heading up north?
It's not for another month.
Okay. So on Monday, you'll have to go to Community Corrections. You have to bring photo ID and $12, and you will begin your standard supervision. They'll go over all of the rules and regulations for that on Monday. They're just across the parking lot from where we are now. They're not open on the weekends. Additionally, you're required to appear at any and all court hearings and other places as directed by the court. All of your conditions, they will exist whether you're in custody or out of custody, and they remain in full force and effect until changed by the court. And again, you're not to commit any crimes while your case is pending. Do you understand?
Yes, I just have one question.
Sure.
But what time do I have to be there tomorrow?
You just have to get there at some point during the day. I believe their hours are 8:30 to 4:30.
Okay.
There's a rush on the building though at about 4 o'clock, so don't delay.
I get off work at 2 every day.
You'll have to figure that out. Maybe
I'll be
have
there.
to leave
I'll be
work a little early.
I'll be there.
Okay. If you fail to go, you're going to likely end up with a warrant.
I will be there.
Okay. Any other questions for me?
No.
Ms. Coons, anything else in this file?
Nothing further. Thank you.
Thank you. Sir, you can stand up and go to the door to let the jail staff know that you are done.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.